Okay. So, you're sitting with your partner, right?
No.
Your reading partners?
No.
Yeah, you need to sit with your reading partner. You need your book. Has everyone written down today's goal?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, now real quickly. Look up here. Real quickly. I want you to go through your book, find a spot where the author describes the setting. Right now. So take 30 seconds, find a spot where the author describes the setting, put your thumb on it.
Oh, yeah. Let's just talk about the
description about the dungeon.
You're reading book one?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yes.
There's one right there behind you.
Yeah.
That's what you're reading, right? Okay, we're going to get your map. So everybody has their thumb. Your book's not open. Right, find a spot where the author describes the setting. Put your thumb on it.
I'll find it.
Your thumb on it. And now I want you to tell your partner, or describe the setting to your partner.
Okay,
Describe the setting to your partner.
the setting is about the dungeons and
That castle was going on.
and also about the dungeon. The dungeon was dark and Castor had
Very dark. We could see.
It's obvious that if it's dark, you can't see anything.
There was slippery and there was like
Like roads and like things and yeah, there's like
Okay, now what I heard a lot of you describing the setting, but what I didn't hear, other than a few of you who read the sentence, what I didn't hear you do was describe the setting using the author's words. Okay, so that's what we're going to think about today. We learned, you learned in the Tiger Rising unit, in Home of the Brave, we learned that everything an author does is intentional. There's a reason. Right? Everything is done on purpose. So, in our when we describe the setting to other people, okay, we need to be able to do this using the words of the author because we want to answer these questions. What kind of place is this? What's the mood? What's the atmosphere? Right? And to do this, right, to share that, we need to be able to use the author's words, right? Because they were picked on purpose. They're special words. Okay? So let me give you an example. I'm going to read a sentence and then read a second one. And I want you guys to tell me what's different. Okay? I'm going to read two sentences and I'm going to ask you how they're different. Okay, sentence one. Pay close attention. Icicles hung 3 feet or more from the eaves, and snow blanketed everything. Okay? Icicles hung 3 feet or more from the eaves. The eaves are it's the part of the house where the roof and the side connect. Snow blanketed everything. Now, that's one sentence. The other sentence is, it's winter and there's a lot of snow. It's winter and there's a lot of snow. So how are they different? Turn and talk. Quickly.
The first one is more that kind of more alive and more is just telling what was happening and kind of just normal. Right? What do you think?
I am and I like stuff on the
Okay. Chloe, how are they different?
The first one includes lots of amounts of details and lets the readers picture the moment in their head. But the second one only talks about what you can see.
Good. Darren, did you hear what she said?
Huh?
Did you hear what Chloe said? Chloe, tell him again. And Darren, I'm going to ask you what she said, so pay close attention. And tell Darren.
The first one includes a lot of amount of details and let the readers picture the moment in their heads. But the second one only talks about what happened and what you can see.
Okay, Darren, what'd she say?
Well, the first part has more details, then second part.
And why is that important? What does it allow the reader to do? Come on, Darren.
Mind.
So Darren, it allows the reader to create that image in their head, right? An accurate image in their head. Okay? So this is why we need to practice using the author's language when we discuss parts of the book, like the setting, or we're writing about parts of the book. And what authors do, okay, they use connotative language. You see it up there? Connotative language, language that evokes an emotional response or calls to mind an image. Right? And the verb is connote, one of my favorite words. I don't know why, I just like the way it sounds. It's connote, and it means to imply or suggest. So, let's think about popularity. You guys remember popularity? Yeah. Will was in grade 4, and the story begins, he's playing with Alan, and they're looking for 4-leaf clovers, right? And then he's so desperate, right? And he wants to get out of this group, he wants to be popular, he wants to cross the playground. You remember that part? There's one part where the author says, while the two Allens faced off, I looked across the tar and asphalt. Okay, the tar and asphalt. Right? What is the author describing there? This is one of the only descriptions about the setting we have in this story. But he says tar and asphalt. So what does tar and asphalt connote? What does it imply? Why might the author choose tar and asphalt instead of something like green grass and blooming flowers? Why might the author choose tar and asphalt? What do you think? Any ideas?
Because it's dark.
It's dark. Hard. What else? You guys know tar and asphalt, right?
Yeah.
It's hot, it's sticky, it smells. Yeah, when they pour it down, it's like sticky. In the summertime, it looks like you can see the heat coming off it. If you put your hand down on it, it gets hot. You could probably fry an egg on the playground, on the blacktop, on the tar and asphalt out there. Right? So the author of this story chose tar and asphalt on purpose because it's hot, it's sticky, it's messy. And Will has to cross that to reach the outer circle of the popular kids. So the author wanted to convey the idea that it's challenging, it's a difficult task to get over there. It's not enjoyable. Right? It calls for Will to to be brave. And it's his desperation that pushes him across. Right? The author gets this across to us as readers by using something like tar and asphalt, and not saying, Will did cartwheels across the green grass and blooming flowers to reach the outer circle of the popular kids. Right? That conveys a different message. Okay, so this is why it's important we use the author's specific language, okay, when we're thinking about the setting. So now I want you to go back to where you put your thumb, and I want you to tell your partner again. Tell your partner again what. Hold on, I got something for you. Huh? You're going to tell your partner again. You're going to describe the setting for them, but this time you're going to use the author's language. And I'm going to pass out this little mini chart. And on the bottom, it says to go from talking to citing the text. Same thing you see here. All right. So these are short prompts that you can use to describe the setting using the author's language. So you might say, the text says tar and asphalt. And this means that crossing the playground is a really difficult task. Not pleasant, not fun. Alright? So I want you to try it out. So find that spot again and use some of this language. Pass those around. Okay, so your book's open. Back to that spot you put your thumb on. We have enough? What do you got?
And this illustrates that this place was very creepy and disturbing. And leaders realized that this place is very creepy and dark, so can't see it. And leaders begin to wonder why is this dungeon dark and why aren't there any things Early in the book, readers learn that Katsa is a very talented killer, but later on in the book, Katsa shows the feelings that she has about killing. Yeah, that's a useless sentence that you just get out of the character notices as the story says, it seems like a creepy place, especially when the author says,